4. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration increases Lagos State housing stock with over 9,000 home units in 6 years. House of Representatives reject bill on rotational presidency among 6 geopolitical zones. On the foreign scene, United States President and Saudi Crown Prince sign strategic partnership agreement on first leg of Trump's diplomatic tour. In sport, table tennis star Quadri Aruna to lead Nigerian contingent to ITTF World Championships in Qatar. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has increased the Lagos State housing stock with a total of 9,970 home units in the last 6 years. These include Egondo Mixed Housing Estate, Cluster 1, comprising over 270 units over 2-bedroom apartment, increasing the number of housing estates so far delivered across the 5 divisions of the state by the present administration to 21 since 2019. Our public-private partnership across the housing sector provided additional 5,976 homes for allottees. Commissioner for Housing Maruf Akinderu-Fatai noted that the Sanwo-Olu administration, through the Themes Plus agenda, has developed a sustainable economic, social, institutional and technical solutions to increasing the housing stock for the low-income strata and reducing deficit in the sector. Akinderu-Fatai said projects like the Egondo Cluster 2, Shangotedu, Ajara, Epe and Ibishi housing schemes are expected to be completed between 2025 and early 2026, increasing housing schemes target to over 14,000 units. The commissioner highlighted challenges affecting the state with a limited land area of 3,577 square kilometers and 1/3 of water, to include rapid urbanization, high construction cost, inadequate infrastructure, financing, among others.
The progress in the housing sector in the past 6 years confirms the commitment of this administration to drastic reduction in housing deficit. This, coupled with the state government effort to reduce the barrier to home ownership and bring smile to the faces of many Lagosians. Apart from creating decent and affordable shelters, construction work has aided the economic presence of artisans, suppliers, professionals and others involved at both the demand and supply angle of home ownership.
Akinderu-Fatai also announced that the Lagos State Mortgage Board has helped over 20,000 residents access homes under its rent-to-own scheme, with 212 beneficiaries recently completing their mortgage terms. Our correspondent Adiola Akindele quotes the commissioner as saying that Nigeria has over 22 million units in housing deficit due to population increase, rural urbanization, migration, and security concerns. But in Lagos, the state government has adopted a multi-pronged strategy, including direct budgetary funding and public-private partnerships to boost affordable housing, especially for low and middle-income earners. Lagos State has commenced airlifting over 8 intending pilgrims embarking on the year 2025 Holy Pilgrimage to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with 388 pilgrims on board the inaugural flight. Commissioner for Home Affairs Amirul Ibrahim Layode, the National Commissioner for Operations, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, Anofiwe Legushi, and members of Year 2025 Hajj Central Working Committee were among the government functionaries present at the airport to bid farewell to the intending pilgrims on the inaugural flight. The Amirul Hajj urged the intending pilgrims to prioritize their spiritual growth by being focused and performing all the Hajj rites and prescribed by the Holy Prophet Muhammad. He stressed that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy Obafemi Hamzat is very passionate about their well-being and comfort. Hence, the series of lectures and free medical screening exercise organized for them in 10 different locations across the state to ensure that they are medically fit for the sacred journey. Layode urged them to be good ambassadors of the state by obeying the rules and regulations of Saudi Arabia and conducting themselves as responsible citizens of the state and Nigeria in general throughout their stay in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The Global Transport Policy (GTP) has emphasized the urgent need for Nigeria to adopt a locally driven multimodal transport strategy aligned with international best practices. Its chairman and chief consultant, Segun Musa, made the call at a press conference in Lagos ahead the Sustainable Transport System annual roundtable on Thursday, stressing that sustainable transport cannot be achieved through road infrastructure alone. The roundtable tagged Sustainable Transport System, Global Best Practices, and Lessons for Nigeria will bring together government officials, private investors, policy experts, and international partners to discuss actionable strategies for building an inclusive, efficient, and environmentally sound transport system for Nigeria's future. Musa noted that effective transportation systems must integrate road, rail, water, and air travel in a complementary and interconnected manner.
If we don't have a holistic transport policy, we will be joking. We won't get it right. A transport policy is not something you give to consultants to write. It's something that you bring all major actors together to design to meet the demand of the economy. Because everybody has their peculiar challenges. We must design our own transport policy to meet our national interests. And that's the time we begin to get it right.
Drawing from his recent international engagement, Musa shared insight from visits to China and 11 European countries where he studied successful transportation models. He noted that Nigeria must develop a realistic, locally relevant transport policy tailored to national needs rather than relying solely on foreign consultancy templates. Now to the rest of the stories. The House of Representatives has rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to rotate the office of the president and vice president among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. In addition, the House rejected 6 other constitutional alteration bills listed in the order paper of the House for consideration, but resolved to bring back the bills on Wednesday and consider them on their individual merit. The House had, at the commencement of debate, set aside its rules to allow it to take the constitutional alteration bills simultaneously, while allowing members to choose any of the 7 listed on which they wish to debate on. Most members chose the bill seeking to rotate the office of the president and vice president among the 6 geopolitical zones, with many members opposing the idea and warning against setting a dangerous precedent with it. Deputy Majority Leader Aliyu Madaki led the opposition to the bill, saying that the issues the bill intends to cure has been addressed by the Federal Character Commission, warning that the issue of rotation should not be included in the Constitution but allowed to remain the way it is. Madaki argued that the existing political parties already have mechanism to ensure fair representation in the sharing of offices at every given electoral period. The Enugu State government has inaugurated a high-level steering committee in its commitment to eradicate all forms of gender-based violence (SGBV), declaring zero tolerance for the menace. While inaugurating the committee, Governor Peter Mba reiterated his administration's resolve not only to prosecute perpetrators, but also to implement proactive measures, including activities, infrastructure, and systems to prevent gender-based violence. Mba, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Chidebere Onya, said the government takes gender-based violence seriously and is ready to go the extra mile to deal with it. The committee is chaired by the Commissioner for Children, Gender Affairs and Social Development, Ngozi Eni, and includes representatives from key ministries and institutions such as the Nigeria Police, Ministries of Agriculture, Local Government, Human Development, Trade and Investment, Justice, Health, Education, and the civil society. Now to foreign news. United States President Donald Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have signed a strategic partnership agreement between their two countries. The U.S. president is on the first leg of a major diplomatic tour to the Middle East. Earlier, Trump was joined by Elon Musk and other business leaders at a lavish lunch in Riyadh. Trump is hoping to secure hundreds of billions of dollars of investment in the U.S. during the 4-day trip to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. In sport now, Nigeria's top-ranked table tennis star Quadri Aruna will lead the country's charge at the 2025 ITTF World Championship Finals in Doha, Qatar, as the continent continues its quest for a historic first medal at the prestigious event. The tournament is scheduled to take place from May 16 to 25, with Nigerian athletes set to compete across singles and doubles event in both the men's and women's categories. Ranked 20th in the world and seeded 19th for the tournament, Aruna will spearhead Nigeria's campaign in the men's singles. The 36-year-old, who made history in 2021 as the first African to reach the quarterfinals of the ITTF World Championships, remains the country's strongest medal hopeful. He begins his journey in the round of 128 against Brazil's Victor Eshi on Saturday, May 17. That's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Please do not drive beyond the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women resident in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has increased the Lagos State housing stock with a total of 9,970 home units in the last 6 years. The House of Representatives has rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to rotate the office of the President and Vice President among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. We also told you that the United States President Donald Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have signed a strategic partnership agreement between their two countries as the U.S. President is on the first leg of a major diplomatic tour to the Middle East. Finally, in sport, Nigeria's top-ranked table tennis star Quadri Aruna will lead the country's charge at the 2025 ITTF World Championship Finals in Doha, Qatar, as the continent continues its quest for a historic first medal at the prestigious event. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafolashiri. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.